Another day, another horde test. With changes to the map and lighting being the major visible updates being looked over, I decided to spawn northeast. I wanted to take a look at the new and improved area, as I was told that it was gorgeous. There was also something in the patch notes about raptor pounce latency, so I decided I'd best give my old friend a shot. And who better to test the new back pounce on than a juvie Serato? So anyway, yeah, about that latency thing. I respawned back in my normal territory where I could grow in relative peace. As I waited to grow, I decided to wander up to the highlands. While there, the rain began to fall, and I was impressed. Huzzah! Daytime rain no longer requires night vision to exist, so that's incredibly nice. Anyway, with my hunger levels steadily dropping, I returned to the southern plains with the intent of heading across to the swamp to look for stegos. I didn't get far in that direction, however, before I got ambushed. See, the thing is, you can't let them know that you're afraid. Running away just triggers the chase instinct. And although Raptor is faster, the last thing that I want is to be hunted across the map or cornered on a rock somewhere. I decided to fight back. When the second Serato showed up, I knew I might be in trouble. Regardless, I targeted the smaller of the two. As it got darker and my stamina and blood pool were both getting low, I knew it was time to get out of there. I wouldn't be able to escape as long as I was actively bleeding, so the moment my bleed started to heal, I drifted back and vanished into the darkness. The less injured Serato followed for a short time, but ultimately decided I wasn't worth the fight. I healed for a while before logging out. When I logged back in, the sun was going down and I was hungry. I needed to find food quickly. The sound of a tail-slamming Tenno in the distance caught my attention. I wasn't full grown, but if someone was fighting, that usually meant there would ultimately be food. A Serato and a Tenno were battling it out, and I stood by to watch, hoping for the Tenanto to win so that I could take the Serato body for myself. When the Tenno dropped, however, I strategically placed myself on the nearby rock to wait for the scraps. Lucky for me, though, a pair of Dilos arrived to crash the party, distracting the Serato from his kill and allowing me to pluck out a couple of organs that I stashed on my rock. Irritatingly, when I went to eat the lung, I was given the hitbox for the heart instead. Well, that's unfortunate. Having chased off the Dilos, the Serato returned and discovered that I'd stolen the heart. He attempted to get onto the rock with me. I assume because I was made of the diet he could no longer get from the Tenno. He gave up quickly, and we both ate our fill. The scavenger and the honey badger. When the sun finally rose, I made my way out and around the waterfall. Distracted by the adult Serato stalking me across the other side of the river, I didn't see the second until almost too late. Feeling a bit cocky from the previous 2 encounters I'd had with Seratos, I thought I would mess this guy up too. My mistake. It's never ideal to begin a fight by getting stuck on the hitbox of the thing trying to kill you. Brawling was no longer an option. I had to put some bleed on him if I was going to be allowed to leave now. With my own bleed reaching dangerously low levels, and the Serato seemingly also concerned about his, we both took a seat. Stalemate. The moment our bleed began to heal, we left in opposite directions. Not worth it. A significant amount of time later, and by significant I mean I accidentally walked off a cliff while healing after the Serato fight and had to regrow, I was on the hunt. My line diet was not active, and I needed to remedy that situation. A Dilo that was bleeding from who knows what just so happened to run past me for the mud pit. With him being made of line diet, he immediately became a target. The rest of the pack heard the commotion, and although they were mostly juveniles, they raced to help. Being put into third venom stage, I backed off to wait it out, hoping the pack would keep an eye on the Dilo. Whether he spotted me sitting and hoped to finish me off, or if he was just trying to flee and tripped, the Dilo took flight and died on impact. When running with a pack, you're expected to do your best to help in a hunt, even when you're not necessarily hungry yourself. So when I crested a hill and saw that we'd gained a new pack member, and they were locked in a fight with the Serato, I sprang into action. All was going decently well until we lost one of the smaller raptors, giving the Serato body buff. It wasn't yet a lost cause though. He was clearly scared and doing his best to stay by the body and the tree he was camping. With a second Serato inbound, though, our time was up. We kept the hunt for a few minutes longer, but between the second Serato and the lag, ultimately it wasn't worth it. On my own again and living on less than an ideal diet, I spotted a solo Tenanto. Perfect. I tracked this Tenno from the South Plains all the way to the Delta, waiting for the opportune moment to attack. Being a solo raptor has its perks, but it also has pretty severe shortcomings sometimes. Putting stamina into a pounce, for instance, when you're alone is risky. Partially because now you're vulnerable to being run down, and partially because if the Tenanto decides it's done fighting, all it has to do is keep walking. Half a raptor pounce doesn't come close to bleeding out a Tenno, even if it runs. And with half a bar of stamina, a solo raptor that gives chase risks being out of stamina when it finally catches up to the prey. And that's exactly what happened. I tracked the Tenanto across the Delta, finally finding where he was resting, only to have no stamina to brawl or pounce or even continue to follow him when he fled again. Tired of the solo life, I enlisted acronym to the cause. I came across a decently sized raptor pack as we sought to meet up, and with our food running dangerously low, we set our eyes on a young Carno that was hunting in the area. It's daunting, especially when not fully grown, to see an entire pack of raptors running at you, so I don't blame him for attempting to flee. Careful, watch for them pouncing.
I'm half stem.
Okay, you want him? He didn't get far though. Not with a multitude of raptors tracking him down. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. My screen just froze as I lined up the perfect interception pounce.
Ah.
Pounce it, pounce it.
Worth it. I'm on his back.
Nice.
Okay, I'm gonna back off now that he's bleeding. Mostly just because I need stam.
Yep, I
Oh,
need
also
stam.
I really desperately need food.
He's dead.
Oh, even better. His death meant our survival. A worthy sacrifice. After healing and taking care of our food and water needs as a pack, We went out to hunt a stag
No,
and to
he's
test
wrong.
pounce latency. And just because stego hunting is fun.
Wait, he's a crazy swinger.
Is he?
He seems to be.
Yeah, just
Yep,
don't
just lag game. Just lag for me, please. Thank you so much.
die. And he's immediately tore off. He's gonna try and get to the other stag.
Yeah.
Not that that will ultimately save him. Oh!
Oh!
Oh, I don't know how he didn't die.
This kid is crazy. I love FPS drops, forcing me to not do anything.
Yep. Yes! This is where I wanna be! Let's go for a ride, my friend.
Yep.
I'm fine.
You moved your head at the perfect time. That was crazy.
Oh, he swung way far away from me. Nice! Your rock ain't gonna save you, bud. Nice!
Heck yes.
It was going well.
Let's leave.
We put several pounces into him, and he was beginning to show his nerves as he sought anything to use to survive the onslaught. There. With an incredibly slick dodge, I thought I was in the clear. Until latency said no. Oh, are you kidding me?
No!
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a like on it. Apparently the algorithm really likes that. Let me know your thoughts about the horde test in the comments. If you're new around here, please consider subscribing for more content just like this. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next video.